when we get out of seminary, we have great zeal, great vision for the church that we're going to pastor. We have all these ideas that are going around in our heads, and it's kind of like a new parent. You know, my kid is going to be that perfect kid. They're the ones that are going to speak at 2 years of age. They're going to do everything right. And we get to a church, and we have this idealistic vision of what things are going to be like. And things can get pretty hard quickly. And so one of the things that I would encourage my brother pastors who are going in the ministry is that, who are married, is care for your wife. You know, that is your primary ministry, is to care for her, to shepherd her, to love her, to not allow her to feel like she's a bother or that she's an inconvenience, and not allow her to think that the church is a mistress with whom you're having an affair. And so in order to do that, I think communication, conversation, helping her understand what the ministry is like in a manner that you don't burden her with the weight of the responsibilities of being a pastor, because she's not the pastor. You've been called to be a pastor. So treat her as your helpmate, encourage her, talk to her, let her know what you need from her, but also understand that when you're going into a brand new ministry, both of you are in a learning curve. And one of the best things you can do is do as much as you can together. You go into a new ministry, get to know the people of the church, you know, open your home, be hospitable. And the more that you can do together as husband and wife, the more that she'll begin to feel a part of the ministry and not some inconvenience out there. And also give her the liberties to be your wife and the mother of your children if the Lord blesses you with children. So she needs to have that freedom because our wives are uniquely made. They're different than we are, but each woman is different from every other woman. And so we need to, as Peter says in 1 Peter 3:7, live with our wives in an understanding way. And I think that means according to knowledge, creational knowledge, and also spiritual knowledge as our sister in Christ. And so getting to know our wife, making sure we know what she's like in this context. You know, we may be married for a few years. This is a new context. How is she going to respond? What are her fears in these contexts? So just getting to know her, living with her in an understanding way, affirming her so that she feels encouraged, she feels a part of the ministry, a part of the church, but also everyone's going to look to you. If you're the pastor, everyone's going to look to you. Everyone's going to want to get to know you, and you want her by your side. One of the things that I think is encouraging is to let the people know, even from the pulpit, you know, your love for your wife, how you honor your wife. You know, don't use your wife at her expense, you know, making jokes about your marriage or about women or things like that. But just honor her before them, and it will help her know that she's a part of you, a part of your life, a part of the ministry, and a part of the church. And then also guard her from expectations that are inappropriate and unrealistic. You know, she's not been called to serve. You have been called to serve, and she's been called to serve alongside of you as your helper and also as a mother of your children. So she needs to have the permission from you freely to just be a regular church member, and whatever that looks like for different church members, she can serve as a regular church member and not have the pressure of performance and filling in the gaps, you know, where people are presently not serving. She needs to have those freedoms. So really just care for your wife, study your wife, know your wife, honor your wife, and help her feel valued as a partner in ministry.